Selecting multiple columns in a Pandas data frame. How do I select columns A and B from DF, and save them into a new data frame DF1? Unsuccessful attempt.
The column names, which are strings, cannot be sliced in the manner you tried. Here you have a couple of options. If you know from context which variables you want to slice out, you can just return a view of only those columns by passing a list into the _getItem_ syntax, the s. Alternatively, if it matters to index them numerically and not by their name, say your code should automatically do this without knowing the names of the first two columns, then you can do this instead. Additionally, you should familiarize yourself with the idea of a view into a Pandas object versus a copy of that object. The first of the above methods will return a new copy in memory of the desired sub-object, the desired slices. Sometimes, however, there are indexing conventions in Pandas that don't do this and instead give you a new variable that just refers to the same chunk of memory as the sub-object or slice in the original object. This will happen with the second wave indexing, so you can modify it with the .copy method to get a regular copy. When this happens, changing what you think is the sliced object can sometimes alter the original object. Always good to be on the lookout for this. To use ILIC, you need to know the column positions, or indices. As the column positions may change, instead of hardcoding indices, you can use ILIC along with get_lock function of columns method of dataframe object to obtain column indices. Now you can use this dictionary to access columns through names and using ILIC.
As of version 0.11.0, columns can be sliced in the manner you tried using the .lock indexer. Is equivalent to and returns columns C through E. A demo on a randomly generated data frame. To get the columns from C to E, note that unlike integer slicing, E is included in the columns. The same works for selecting rows based on labels. Get the rows R6 to R10 from those columns. .lock also accepts a Boolean array, so you can select the columns whose corresponding entry in the array is true. For example, df.columns.isHeen list BCD returns array false, true, 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 false, false, dtype equals bool, true if the column name is in the list, b, c, t, false, otherwise.
Assuming your column names, df.columns, are index, A, B, C, then the data you want is in the third and fourth columns. If you don't know their names when your script runs, you can do this. As EMS points out in his answer, df.9 slices columns a bit more concisely, but the .column slicing interface might be more natural, because it uses the vanilla one-dimensional Python list indexing/slicing syntax. Warning: index is a bad name for a data frame column. That same label is also used for the real df.index attribute, an index array. So your column is returned by df index, and the real data frame index is returned by df.index. An index is a special kind of series optimized for lookup of its elements' values. For df.index, it's for looking up rows by their label. That df.columns attribute is also a pd.index array, for looking up columns by their labels.
In the latest version of Pandas, there is an easy way to do exactly this. Column names, which are strings, can be sliced in whatever manner you like.
Pandas.